Well, welcome everybody back again to MaxspeedTV. Tonight, round number 7 for the RB Custom Rigs Xfinity Series for Extreme Motorsports 99.com at Kentucky, presented by MaxspeedTV. It looks like we've got about 4 watching out there currently. We've already got some people in chat here tonight. Glad to see everybody. Of course, myself, Joshua Medlock, up here on the mic for all of you again here this evening. Ryan Branshaw is unable to make it here tonight, unfortunately, having to work late. Some people know of that feeling. So Ryan, we understand, bud. You take care of business. We got it covered here tonight. We've got about 19 drivers here this evening. I think it's going to be a pretty good race here tonight. Not a big field here this evening at Kentucky, but nevertheless, I think these guys, these Xfinity drivers, are going to put on one heck of a show. Now, I've been watching here in practice. It does seem a little loose coming out of the corners. Of course, turn 2 and turn 4 here at this tri-oval. Now, that is not saying over time it is going to tighten up, which it could. But right now it looks like they are a little loose out there, and it is a night race, so hopefully there is tons of grip out there. I guess we'll find out as we have 150 laps at stake here this evening. Go ahead and dive down into the pre-race analytics here this evening. Air temp of 76, really just a mild wind out there at about 2-3 miles an hour. We got a track tempo, very cool track temp of about 78. You can't cook on a 78-degree track temp, but definitely if you were racing in real life in those cars, definitely would be extremely hot. Thank God it is virtual here tonight, but I do feel sorry for those in VR or in motion simulators, because I'm sure they're going to be feeling the heat too. 150 laps here this evening, 225 miles. Now, of course, a total of 5 sets of tires here, the one they start with and 4 in the pits. Now, they can go, if you do it at 30-lap intervals, then you'll end up with those 5 sets. But they could go further on one set of tires. The big question is, how far will they go? Will they stretch it to that fuel run? Now, fuel run, I don't have the exact estimate on a fuel run, but I'm going to say 40 to 50 laps, so roughly. If they can make it to 50, then it will only be about a 2-stopper race, 50, 100, and then, of course, to the end. Now, how far can you actually go? I don't know. And that is the thing about strategies. These drivers, they don't let me know exactly what the fuel strategy is, which is probably a good thing. Now, pit road at about 45 miles an hour, so it is not a fast pit road at all, and you definitely got to be careful, especially on old tires and low fuel, to get it safely on pit road. No mistakes here at Kentucky. You don't want any type of pit road mistakes. A pace speed of 55 here tonight, located in, of course, Sparta, Kentucky, located in the United States. But let's get down here to where the point standings, where it all matters here pretty much for the Xfinity Series. GT Hawkins, he is going to hold that top spot at 269 points. Ryan Goodell up 2 spots into second, 225 points. He is 44 points behind GT. Garrett E. Grant is going to stay where he's at in third, 215 points. He is 10 back. We got a pretty good close battle back here. David Weishart down 2 spots in fourth at 214, 1 behind Garrett. Michael Thwaites up a spot into fifth, 213, 1 behind David. James Bedford, who is actually the quickest in practice right now, he is down a spot into sixth at 212, 1 point behind Michael. 6 points behind James Bedford at 206 and seventh is going to be Bryce Senesac. Paul Henley in eighth, going to stay where he's at as well, 202, 4 back. Al Sieg in ninth at 196, 6 back. Darren Bruce rounding out the top 10, up a spot, cracking that top 10 in 10th, 178. He is 18 behind Kyle. We get back here down a spot in 11th at 177 points. 1 behind Darren is going to be David Elliott. Alan Fox going to crack the top 12. That cutoff line right there, only the top 12 after round 10 make it to the chase. Right now, he is still really at that bubble at 166 points. He is 11 back. Mike Rominger going to be up 3 spots into 13th. On the outside looking in, 164 points. He is 2 back. Brian Wasserman also up 3 spots into 14th at 157. He is 7 behind Mike. Timothy Zayas going to be up 2 spots into 15th, rounding out the top 15 here at 154. He is 3 behind Brian. Jack Wheeler down 2 spots into 16th, 152, 2 back behind Timothy. Tim Duda going to be down 2 spots into 17th, 149, 3 back. Jacob Manning going to be down 6 positions after the race 2 weeks ago at Atlanta. He is in 18th at 143. He is 6 back. Drew Ballesteros up a spot into 19th, 135, 8 back. And Rafe Slate is going to be cracking the top 20 here, up 2 positions from 2 weeks ago at 133. He is 2 points back behind Drew. So really, these drivers out here, when you look at the way they are behind one another, it is really close. Of course, a big gap between GT and, of course, Rafe Slate. You look at Alan Fox here at 166, GT at a 269 here. A little bit of mathing with the Madlock here real quick. 103 points separates our first to our 12th. That is a pretty good gap. Now, Alan Fox, all he's got to do, though, is stay in the top 12 and be in the top 12 after round 10, and he would be in the chase. Of course, we've still got plenty of races left to go. After tonight will, of course, be 3 races left in the regular season. So he's still got time to make up some points, get a gap between him and the rest of them behind him, maybe pick up a few more positions. But really, anything can happen here at Kentucky, and of course going forward. But we are going to be coming down here to about 2:10 left here in practice. We're going to go ahead and step away here and play the national anthem provided by Madison Rising. Don't go nowhere, folks. Qualifying will be underway when we come back.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. much to say. Slander the brave, the US of A. Oh, Satan's that star spangled banner, yeah, for the land of the free. In the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching Max Speed TV.
Alrighty, folks, qualifying is underway here tonight for the RB Custom Rigs Xfinity Series. Make sure you hit that like button, smash it, get it out there. We want to see some likes out there here tonight. Of course, share it on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, MySpace, LinkedIn, whatever the case may be. Let's get some people out here. We're going to be watching some great racing here at Kentucky. But we've got a few things to go over. And, of course, like I said, they are in qualifying. And James Bickford is up front, backing up that practice time. Good run here in qualifying by James Bickford. But let's get down here to the team points coming into tonight. You know what? We're going to change things up. We're going to start with the overall team points here this evening. GT Motorsports still up front, 25.05. Primetime in second, 24.29. Sampson in third, 24.15. Jacob Bell Racing at fourth, 21.61. And JW Racing, that 15 in that's going for that team championship at 20.98 here. And it looks like, let me look at some stuff here. It does look like, looking at the driver change here this evening that has developed over the 2 weeks off. I'll go ahead and go over that real quick. We'll look here in the Xfinity Series. That looks like we got a change here for JW Racing. Chase Johnson, week 6, Xfinity Series, Drew Ballesteros will be going over that, and it looks like another change had happened here. Brian Wasserman as well. So I do see that here in the Xfinity. Brian Wasserman, that would be for a Jacob Bell Racing, taking over Mason Kane, it looks like. So that's what I'm seeing at the present time. Don't know of anything else that I need to go over that, but that is what I'm seeing in the in that driver change. Now going back, of course, to the to the team points here. Let me get back to that here real quick. Getting down here to the Xfinity Series, that's going to be Sampson Motorsports leading the charge here with 628. Primetime in second with 624. GT Motorsports in third, 602. Jacob Bell Racing in fourth, 569. And JW Racing in fifth at 472. Just rounding off the team of points here for the Xfinity Series. Now, they are going to be getting into the drivers' meeting here, folks, and we do have our pole sitter, and I believe that is going to be a GT Hawkins. He is going to steal it away from James Bickford, as we was just on, of course, James, and he had it, but GT is going to come in and kind of take it from him. So what a run by GT. Let's see here if we can find Mr. GT Hawkins. Let's go ahead and drag him up here real quick and have a chit-chat with him. GT, bud, got a copy? GT Hawkins, bud, got a copy.
Oh, yeah, I'm here. Hey.
Oh, all right, there you are. Well, you are going to come in. James had it quickest in practice, and he had it there for a moment, but you're going to come away and steal the pole here tonight, bud. Man, talk about a Kentucky night racing. Well, this should be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. I have no idea how I did that, but I was not expecting that. I wasn't very quick in practice. So I really like Kentucky. I like the new configuration. It's kind of similar to Texas, just backwards. And I really like Texas. I think it makes these mile and a halves interesting. I consider this my home track. It's probably the closest NASCAR track that they run at. So I'm looking forward to tonight, and it's been a long couple weeks that we've been off, so I'm ready to get back at it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, of course, we've got 3 straight weeks of racing before we get back, to at least 1 week off for Independence Day. So we're going to, be off that week. But you're coming in, too, tonight, of course, head guy into the point standings. You've also won 3 races already in the regular season. You was looking for a third at Atlanta before we got into the break. You just couldn't get up there, just couldn't do it. Do you think you have something to rebound here tonight and go for a 4th win?
Yeah, I really hope so. I feel like it's been a long time since I won, so I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna drive the wheels off of it tonight, and I'm looking forward to a good race. I know race with these guys a long time, nice and clean. Probably won't have too many incidents, so just save our stuff and keep pace and see where we're at the end.
All right, I'm looking here also a little bit of stats for everybody. This also marks your 3rd pole. So, every bonus point you can get, of course, qualifying in the top 12, going to give you that bonus point as well. But grabbing the pole, do you think clean air here at Kentucky is going to be a big thing? I mean, we only have, 18, 19 drivers out there? I mean, what do you foresee happening here? Green flag all the way, or maybe some bumping and banging?
I mean, it's not out of the question to say that we could go all the way green. I mean, I don't know how much value clean air has on these cars, not nearly as much as the Cup car. But I mean, once you get into the race and then we start having green flag stops, people are on different strategies, people are on different tire life. So that's kind of changes the dynamic of how you drive around people. You got people running up on you real quick or real slow traffic in front of you. That's always a concern, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't think we're going to have a ton of cautions tonight. I think it'll probably be pretty clean.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Now, tires, during the day, Kentucky would probably chew them up pretty quickly. But a night race, and I speak highly of night because you got a cooler track temp. I don't know if there's a ton of grip out there with it being cool, but there's probably more than what it would be during the day. What is tire conservation going to be a big thing?
Yeah, I mean, it always is, but it's a little more nuanced based on the setup. So here it starts loose. I haven't ran enough laps to know how it'll build and how it'll be on older tires if you want to save your right rear more than your right front. So that's going to be some things that I learn as I go tonight. But these cars are really fun to drive. I think the setup's really nice tonight. It's a handful for at least the first 5 or 10 laps, and I have no idea what it's going to do after that. Depends on how you drive it.
All righty, buddy. Well, I don't know if you want to go over it. I know this is your time, your interview, but it looks like we have a driver's change for GTM. I mean, do you want to enlighten everybody over what happened? What kind of transpired there? I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah, I mean, no. Timothy Zayas is on vacation this week, so I have Kyle Knapp subbing for him.
Oh, okay, so we got a substitution basically.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So that's so no official driver change. It's just a sub. So Kyle Knapp Sr. coming in subbing for Zayas.
That's correct. Yeah, we really appreciate Kyle for doing that too, because he races Monday, Tuesday night also. So, and he's crew chief for us on Thursday night. So he's putting in the quadruple duty tonight. So appreciate him for doing that.
Oh, wow. All right. So we do have a substitution, but GT, man, I'm going to go ahead and send you back down there to your team. I know y'all got some strategy to talk about, this, that, and the other. We don't want to get into all that, bud. So good luck out there. And again, congratulations on another poll here this evening.
Thank you, Josh. Have a good night.
Yep. You too. All right. We'll get him back down there. So he is just subbing in. And that would be Kyle Knapp. So nice to know. Well, how about we go ahead and let me see if I can find him. He was quickest in practice and just could not pull that off to grab the pole. And I don't know exactly what room he is going to be in. I do not even see him in TeamSpeak here. Am I blind, Mr. James Bigford? Am I blind? Is he not in? TeamSpeak? I do not see him. Okay, so I guess we won't interview him. How about we go ahead and pull somebody else up here? How about we go with the 73 of Alan Fox? Going to be starting 16th here. Alan Fox, got a copy. Alan Fox, you got a copy. Well, I guess he don't have a copy. Okay, so how about we pull up, let me see here. How about the 9, Mr. Mike Rominger? Mike, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
And 9. Well, it looks like you're going to be starting in 9th here tonight, bud. Kentucky, night race. How do you feel about it after 2 weeks off?
I feel pretty good about it. The car was good in practice. It was kind of loose, but controllable. So, yeah, I feel pretty good about it.
Well, what do you think? You got something in mind for the race here tonight? Or are you going to play it, lap by lap?
I'm going to go lap by lap. Let the race come to me and see where it goes.
Well, Mike, you're up 3 spots from 2 weeks ago. Of course, like I said, we had that break. You're just on the outside looking in to get back into the top 12, bud. I mean, we've got, tonight and 3 more races, so technically 4. You still got some races to make up some ground out of the races that are left. I mean, what do you think you could pick up the most amount of points on, if not all of them?
I just got to get the finishes. I need to finish in the top 5, just be consistent, and I think it'll all fall where it should.
All righty, buddy. Well, we're not going to keep you. We'll let you get back to it. Mike, good luck down there, bud.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, we'll get him back down there. How about we go with somebody further back, Peter Ruzick? It looks like he is in prime time as well. I was fixing to search for him. Peter, got a copy?
I got you, sir. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Is it Rusick or Ruzick?
That's it. The latter. Yep, Rusick. How are you?
All right. Well, it looks like you're going to be back here starting in 20th. Probably not having the lap you wanted in qualifying. Man, talk about it. How do you feel about Kentucky, bud?
Well, honestly, this is my first race with Extreme, with Prime Time. I've always struggled at Kentucky, and in practice, I was about 8/10 off the leader. Didn't realize that the guys in here were just blazing fast. So I came in a little, little shaky as it was. These boys put me in my place pretty quick.
Do you think you got something going forward? I mean, it's 150 laps, and these guys are blazing quick. They know how to race, but, you can't count out the guys in the back either. They can win it just as easily as, the fast guys, because you don't have to be fast to win.
Well, Dale said that in the movie, Dale. The guy to lose ain't always the one with the one with the loses isn't always the one with the fastest car, or whatever, however it went. But man, you'll probably see this 08 get by the leader, but it'll be the leader going by me many times tonight.
Oh, we don't want to see that, man.
It's definitely gonna happen. It's bound to happen. And you know what? It's absolutely okay. Being my first race, learning this. I race in a couple of other leagues on Mondays and Tuesday nights. This is a completely different caliber.
Yeah, these guys, man, these guys can will it and deal it. You know, I've did practice races with these guys, and I got to tell you, I'm a sitting duck when it comes to these drivers for sure. I'm not the best at it either, but you know, it's all about having a good time, having fun, and learning. So, you know, best thing to do out there tonight, bud, is just go out there, have some fun, learn, you know, kind of see what you can pick up, the do's and don'ts, the hows, and man, just go out there and good luck and have some fun, bud.
That's what it's going to be all about. Try to complete all the laps, not get parked on pit road with damage or whatever it is. I don't know, man. I'm not even quite sure what they got for tires and if there's any quick repairs or whatever. I just want to get out here, not have to use any quick repairs if there is a single
There
one.
There is none. They
There
not.
you go. So,
they do not have quick repairs in Extreme.
okay, well then there you go. You got to kind of keep the car pointed in the right way, coming off the corners, and do whatever I can to complete all the laps.
And you only get 5 total sets of tires, by the way.
That's perfectly fine. 150 laps tonight, so we should be pretty good with that.
Yep, pretty good. All right, Peter. I don't know what you want me to call you, so.
It's fine.
All right, man.
Yep.
All right, bud. Good luck out there, bud.
Thanks, Josh. Later, man.
Yep. All right, we'll get him back down there to prime time. Well, how about we see here if we can get, somebody from, well, let's see here. We got, oh, man, we only got about 2.5 minutes left. We'll see if we can get some more throughout the race if we can. Go ahead and give our shout-outs where they're due. Scott Rambler, Jake Bustos down there in the admin tower. A big shout out to them too for coming on board, adminning the Xfinity Series this season. Man, it takes a lot of work to do what they do. Rick Bell over at RB Custom Rigs. If you're in the market for a new computer, you want to upgrade some equipment, or you want a brand spanking new build, well, you can hit up RB Custom Rigs over on Facebook at facebook.com/RB Custom Rigs. Or just send him a personal message. Rick Bell, he knows his stuff, and I speak highly of a Rick Bell. Rick Donathan, here, the owner of Extreme Motorsports. A big shout out to him for putting on an awesome league over here at Extreme. As always, Sunday through Thursday, you can catch the action Sunday nights over on the Extreme Motorsports Twitch channel. Done by Jacob Bell and the team over there. And, of course, Monday through Thursday right here on MaxspeedTV, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. And, of course, I can't forget about all the fans out there that tune in each and every week. You all are what make me keep doing this. Thank you all so much. Brian Odell out there, Brendan Kennedy, and that is all I'm seeing out there right now. So it looks like we've got a pick for GT Hawkins already with Brian Odell. So if you've got a pick out there too, put it in chat. We'll see if we can get to it. I try to read all the messages in chat that I can. Sometimes I don't get to them all, but that is just part of it. So man, we got some racing to do, coming down to a minute left here in the warm-up. And, of course, we'll get them on the grid here as well. GT Hawkins, of course, going to be starting up front on row 1. James Bigford on the outside of him. So that is our row 1. So let's see here. We got 2 likes already. We got 10 watching. Can we smash that like button here, folks? Get it, like it, share it, get it out there, folks. Social media, like I said, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, MySpace. Let's get it out there, folks. All right, we're coming down to the last 20 seconds here. Let's go and get the driver bar and the qual times off of there. Let's go and bring up the qual grid here, the MaxspeedTV starting grid. We'll let it do its final countdown here, and then we will get into it. Like I said, not a big field out here, unfortunately, but it should make for some great racing and some long green flag runs, hopefully. All right, there's the checkered flag. And we are starting to grid. It looks like we're going to be starting down on pit road here. GT has yet to come out. But here we go, folks. The Max Speed TV starting grid. GT Hawkins with a 37.19. Again, congratulations to GT on pole. James Bickford almost had it, but GT beat him out. James going to be starting on the outside of him in second. Jacob Manning in third. David Weishart in fourth. David Elliott fifth. Paul Henley in sixth. Ryan Goodell seventh. Mike Rominger in eighth. Kyle Knapp Sr. ninth. And Garrett D. Grant in 10th. Chris Seidenfaden in 11th. Rounding out the top 12 for that bonus point, it's going to be Bryce Sinisak. Michael Thwaites just missing it, 13th. Darren Bruce starting 14th. Alan Fox 15th. Chase N. Johnson 16th. Jim Duda 17th. Brian Wasserman in 18th. And Peter Rusick going to be starting, riding shotgun in the back in that 19th spot. All right, well, they're only going to get one pace lap here. Everybody, of course, side by side. A speed of 55 miles an hour. Oof. A little slow pace speed, if you ask me. All right, down into 3 and 4. Pull those belts tight one more time. Pace car going to dive off to the safety of pit road. It's going to be in GT's hands. He will be able to go once all 4 tires of the pace car exit and onto the safety of pit road. What is a GT going to do? Going to hold him back, hold him back. Is he going to go or is he going to wait? He is going to gun it here, folks, and there is the green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're racing round 7 at Kentucky. Already seeing Jacob Manning make the pass over James Bickford. Here comes David Weishart trying to already pick up a position, and he is going to do it out into turn number 3, nose to tail. There's the 42 of David Elliott. Still side by side, watching the 29 of Paul Henley as well. He's going to go to the inside of the 42. Going to push David Elliott back to 6. The 44 of Ryan Goodell also trying to make a move onto the backstretch down into turn number 3. You can just see the flames coming out of the side of those machines. They are screaming still around this track. David Elliott still going to hold on to that spot on the outside across the stripe. Now, of course, the more they race it up, still trying to get some heat built up in those tires, but GT is already liking what he's seeing behind him. A little bit further back we go. 3 of Kyle Knapp Sr. subbing in tonight. Bryce Sinisak, Michael Thwaites, Alan Fox right here with him, as well as the 27 of Darren Bruce. Peter Rusick just trying to learn. Just falling back, though, at about 1.3 seconds. I still wouldn't count out that 08, though. Anything can happen. Get back up here to Ryan Goodell in the 44. He's coming up on the 29 of Paul Henley. That is going to be a 4 of the top 5, the 5th spot. Looks like Paul is going to be able to hold it as the 44. He was peeking to the inside. Look like he is. It doesn't look like Paul is going to be able to get that nose in there, but here comes the 44 of Ryan Goodell. Boy, Ryan all over the back bumper of Paul Henley. Ryan going to go to the inside. in the turns 3 here, 3 and 4. Looks like that 29 of Paul, is he going to be able to keep that run? It looks like he is. We are 5 laps into this race. Let me see here if there's any violations at the start. Does not look like it. It looks like we are good to go for that. Nothing to go over. Good thing about the penalty chart is there's something that's going on that needs to be watched. I'll watch it. Well, Ryan Goodell now is going to take the outside as Paul Henley in the 29 on the inside. We'll see if Ryan Goodell can get that run. 29, 25, 29, 25 of James Bickford. Alan Hilton, yes, bud, it is. I mean, they're still neck and neck. However, Alan, it is still early. You know that. Oh, really close between the 44 and the 25. Boy, Ryan Goodell is going to take that 4th spot away from James Bickford. James falling back to 5th. Yes, a lot can happen. Well, here we go. We got Chris Seidenfaden in the Northern Capital Sampson Motorsports 88 machine. He's going to go to the inside of the prime time 42. But, man, look at that run the 42 of David Elliott got. Now, I think our outside line, you can get the run. From what I'm seeing, that's where the run is happening. Now, that's not saying that inside line is, might not come into play, but right now it looks like the outside line is the line you want to be in. We got back here with Mike Rominger. Looks like another Sampson guy there. That is going to be the 24th Garrett D. Grant. They are side by side. Prime time, Sampson, prime time. All right here pretty much together. At least one driver is the 09 of Bryce Sidisak. I love it when they put their team on the side like Primetime does. Of course, I already know what Northern Capital is. Got Michael Thwaites right here, too, with Primetime. Darren Bruce back here. Looks like that is going to be the butt kicker. That's a GTM machine. That is going to be a GT Motorsports. Kind of give everybody a heads up. I pretty much can tell you who races where. I think the one of Jacob Manning is JW Racing. Still getting used to JW Racing, but yeah, JW Racing, Jacob Manning. I would love to see this race stay green, but I would also love to see these guys, keep it really close like they are back here. We see the battle here between Jacob Manning and the 44 of Ryan Goodell. That's for 3rd. GT Hawkins is put away a little bit, but David Weishart is right there at about 0.4 of a second. David keeping it pretty close with GT Hawkins. He does not want GT to get out really any type of big lead, keeping it, 4 to 5 to 0.6 of a second is fine, but, if GT gets out there, 1.2, 1.5, 2 seconds ahead, GT is going to really kind of blow this out of the water early on, and that's not what David wants. David wants to keep it close. Let's get back here where it is still really close and looking like a snake going through there. I'm going to call this the Copperhead Road here because they're all right in a line, single file pretty much. The 24 of Garrett D. Grant. Now we've got a battle, of course, right up ahead of them too. Paul Henley and company. That is going to be the 88 of Chris Seidenfaden there to the inside of the 29. Chris is going to make that pass. So these guys are still racing it up, man. They are neck and neck. They're giving people room, but they're not giving a whole lot of room. You got to make sure you are clear to make that pass. We're looking at the 24 of Garrett D. Grant. He is looking to the inside of the 9 Primetime machine. That is going to be Mike Rominger. Alnap Sr. started 9th. He's fallen all the way back to 13th, but Gotta get up here. This is where the battle is. Oh, man. Are we going to see our first 3 wide at Kentucky? Well, I would hope not this early, but I would not count it out. Count it past these guys. Here we go on the backstretch. 3 wide here at Kentucky into 3. And that did not last but a second, but is it going to keep going? Boy, that 24, that number 9, the 09. Boy, buddy, here we go. That's getting a little dicey out here for Extreme. At 3 wide, you guys seen it. You guys heard it. That's what happened. And we are going to go back to that 2 wide here tonight. .42 of David Elliott, now getting passed up by the 9 of Mike Rominger, or Mike still trying to get around. Oh, here is the 09 of Bryce Senesac. Oh, we got prime time right here in this picture. A 9, the 09, the 42, the 12 of Michael Thwaites. Teammates all right here together. Are we going to see another 3 wide? Watch that 3 of Kyle Knapp Sr. 27 of Darren Bruce. Boy, Darren taking it below that yellow. That is not illegal. That is legal. That is a legal pass. You can do that here at Kentucky. And Darren Bruce is going to take advantage of that. He is still going to keep it side by side, but down into turn 3, he will complete that pass. Bull still close here with teammates, the 12 and the 42, Michael Thwaites and David Elliott. Well, as we get back up here, I know we've been back here for a while, but as I was talking about GT Hawkins and company, GT now, well, 1.8 second lead now over David Weishart. Now, it doesn't look like it's very far off, but, I mean, 1.8 seconds is not a big gap, but it's a big enough gap. Get back here to Ryan Goodell. He's going to be putting some pressure now over Jacob Manning. From Jacob Manning to David Weishart is about 1.5 seconds. That would be for second. So our battle is back here from second, or from third on back is where our battles are really happening, and they are starting to even get spread out a little bit back here as well. And the more they get spread out, the less we're going to have to talk about. As we see the 24 of Garrett D. Grant making the pass over the 25 of James Bickford. Now it's James. What's James going to do? That's what GT wanted to see. He wanted to see those guys race it up behind him. And unfortunately, that is what happened. Now, Chris Seidenfaden is looking here to the inside of Ryan Goodell. Doesn't look like he is going to be able to make it work. Here we go with the 88 of Chris Seidenfaden. Now Chris, see what Chris is going to be able to do. He's going to be able to complete the pass over the 44 of Ryan Goodell, and it's going to be really close here. Oh, the 88 pushed it up a little bit. 44 was able to manage to hold it there, and of course they get that run on the outside. So the 44 of Ryan Goodell going to hold it. The 24 of Garrett D. Grant going to pass up his teammate again, Chris Seidenfaden. Chris, hey, though, coming from 11 to 6, 23 laps into this race of 150, and we've still got a long way to go. It looks like everybody now dropping it below the yellow through the tri-oval there, so trying to get as much speed as they can and as much room as they can to make the pass if they are available to. Here with Darren Bruce on the back stretch here, now down into turn 3. Darren looking to the inside. That is going to be the 42 of David Elliott. David looks like he might just so happen to get that run. Is he going to be able to hold it across the stripe? He did. Now down into turn number 1. I think David right now is, he might have used up something here. As we see Darren Bruce making the pass. Here comes the 3 of Kyle Knapp Sr. We'll see what Kyle does. Kyle now looking to the inside of the 42. Oh, we got somebody under the wall. That is the 08 of Peter Rusick. Peter trying to get out of the way. 1 lap down. Hang on to it, buddy. Looks like 26 laps into this run. Peter now having some issues. Not to pick on Peter, but to pick on Peter. Let's see here exactly what happened to Rusick here in that 08. We see the 44, 24. They're all coming around 3 wide right there. And it looks like he's okay out of 2. Down into turn 3. Looks like, oh, he got a little bit too high, a little bit squirrely, and into the wall. He does keep it up high side, letting everybody go around. So much respect given here. But, oh, buddy, that 03. Oh, wow. Jason Johnson almost, and the 08 almost collected each other. Ouch, that would not have been good. We caught that just coming back live. So good a track awareness by the both of them. Could have been some net coating there too, but awesome job. Now I ain't worried about GT. He's gone 3.4 seconds ahead of Jacob Manning now, who did get around David Weishart. David back to 3rd. Now David's got a teammate right behind him of Garrett D. Grant. Now let's see if these two can put something together to get back up there too. Jacob Manning. Ron Goodell got some company here with another Northern Capital Samson Motorsports driver, Chris Seidenfaden. Looks like Chris trying to make a move on that 44. Two valve tie. How you doing out there, buddy? Oh, Chris trying to see if he can get around that 44. 44 is not letting him have it easy. And 44 going way high. That has opened the door there. The 88 of Chris is going to complete that pass. Ron Goodell now under fire as James Bickford, Mike Robinger, and the 09 here. That is Bryce Sidisak. Bryce now trying to get up there. Tyler changing his name. Why did you change your name, Tyler? You're confusing me. Ah, okay. I got you. All right. Well, still pretty close here. From about 5th on back to, let me see, about Kyle Knapp Sr. Everybody else a little bit spread out, anywhere between a half a second, too close to a second, but still got a battle. Oh, the 9 and the 25, door to door. Boy, that 25, he is rolling right now. James Bickford trying to make up some positions. 33 laps into this race. Well, Hallman, we've been green here for 33 laps, but boy, we have had some action for sure. Already had a 3 wide here tonight. Well, a couple of them. One I didn't find out until the replay, but one we caught live here. So, yeah, 3 wide at Kentucky. Yeah, no surprise with these guys. I'm watching 3 drivers right here. James Bickford, Mike Rominger, Bryce Sinisak. We got Ryan Goodell in the middle here, and then right behind him, Michael Thwaites. We got Darren Bruce right here too. And then of course Kyle Knapp Sr. subbing in here. Oh, Kyle, now he's running 12th, started 9th. We've still got a ways to go. Still got, time to make up some ground, but hey, he's doing pretty good, I would say. Only down 3 spots at the present time. I think this might come down to a strategy call. I really do. Yeah, tires definitely, Paulman. They're definitely going away. And we are already seeing it here. Bryce Sinisak down pit road. David Elliott down pit road. We are seeing some drivers now coming down pit road here. I don't think that's fuel. I think that's tires. And now, Tyler, you're out there, 75% fuel. You know that 40 to 50 laps, I think they can go on fuel. But I think tires is going to be your biggest thing. Can they go 50 laps on fuel? I think they could probably go 43, 44 at max. What I'm thinking. All right, we got Alan Fox. Old Foxy coming down for prime time. You doubt that? Okay. All right, so of course, they never give me the actual fuel run, so. I'm gonna see here. I think some of them's probably going to try to stretch it as far as they can to limit the amount of tires they use, such as, of course, GT and everybody, of course, behind them. Let's see here. Michael Thwaites is going to get passed up here by the 3 of Kyle Knapp Sr. Here comes the 27 of Mr. DB, Darren Bruce. Michael Thwaites also coming down. The 9 of Mike Rominger going to squeeze down pit road as well. Brian Wasserman, Chase N. Johnson also down pit road. So, looks like we've got another one. Paul Henley coming down. So, it looks like GT is going to stretch it out here. And he is going to take lap 40. So, we know now 40 laps. You can go 40 laps. How far after that can you go? 41, 42, 43. How far can you stretch it, especially when you're the leader like GT Hawkins? And yes, I'm picking on GT because he's out here. He's going to take lap 41. Jacob Manning, Ryan Goodell on pit road in their pit stall. We got Paul Henley now coming out. I think you really got to take 2 tires here. I don't see anybody taking, or I think you got to take 4. I don't think anybody is taking 2. Got Jim Duda. Haven't mentioned Jim much here tonight, if any at all. He is going to be coming down pit road here as well. Oh, he's got sponsors all over that 53 machine. Chris Seidenfaden also in his pit stall. And GT going to take lap 42. So, 42. I want to know how far GT is going to take this. James Bickford on pit road. Garrett D. Grant on pit road. That's going to leave GT Hawkins and David Weishart. It looks like GT is coming down pit road now. Of course, next time by would be lap 43. So we're looking at about 38 to 42 laps. I'm going to go ahead and do 37 of 42 laps here. So we know at about 42 laps is going to be about the max he is going to take. Another lap of lead. David Weishart also in his pit stall. So Bryce Sinisak will inherit the lead if he can get back around, and I think he is probably going to be able to do so. Okay, so like GT did retake the lead, or has the lead here. And Bryce unable to do it, but Bryce is right there. But GT is going to have those fresher tires, those Mr. Feelgoods, at about 7 lap difference between GT and Bryce Sinisak. 33 of David Weishart back here in 10th, Tyler. Now we got 16 watching, 4 likes. Let's go ahead, smash that like button here tonight. We're going to be shooting for 15 likes here before the end of the broadcast. 45 laps down here. I think it's going to be 45 laps down of the 150 here this evening. And I don't know what's going to happen here. This is going to get the wild and extreme for sure. Watching David Weishart, he is coming down to the inside of the 88 of Chris Seidenfeld, and that's going to be for 8 teammates here together. I was watching practice, and thank God it was practice, because we did have 2 Samson guys get involved in a wreck in practice, but it was just practice. I can't remember who they were, but they were racing it up just as strong as what they're doing here in the race here this evening. Yeah, definitely, Tyler. Are you by chance in TeamSpeak, Mr. Hallman? Or are you up 35,000 feet in the air? Oh, boy, that 33 giving that 27 a little bit of a shove. Aaron Bruce, I'm going to watch this battle here between these guys. A couple of teammates up here, too. At the 9, that's Michael Rominger, Alan Fox. Like Alan going to get passed up by the 9. There goes the 27. Boy, that 33 is flying. Is he going to take it 3 wide here? Let's see. No, he is not. 73 going to back off a little bit. These guys are flying around the track. Fresh tires. 33 back to the inside of the 27. That is going to be for 6th. Going door to door with Prime Time and Samson. And David Weishart making moves. Well, he is 7.7 seconds behind the leader, 7.8. He's 2.9 seconds behind Garrett D. Grant, his teammate. Garrett D. Grant, speaking of which, he is right on the tail of the 09 of Bryce Sinisak. He's going to be looking to the inside of the 09. Like the 24 is going to be able to make that pass for that 3rd spot. A lap 50 of 150. It's going to be lap 50-1 here tonight. 100 laps to go. And GT Hawkins, 2.8 second lead over Jacob Manning, who started in third. Ah, okay, I got you. I got you. I'm not really worried about Jacob at the present time. Not worried about GT right now. Garrett D. Grant, Bryce Sinisak trying to get up there to Garrett, but 1.2 seconds back. David Weishart at about now 1.2 back behind Bryce. We could see David gather some momentum, but right behind him, Mike Robbinger, Darren Bruce, Chris Seidenfaden. We got a three-packer back here. Got three drivers pretty much nose to tail. I would be watching this for a potential dive bomb like we see that 88 doing right now. Dive bombing it below the yellow, trying to get some momentum to go to the inside of that 27. He is going to try to make the pass. He is going to complete that pass. And, well, I don't know. Well, he completed it over the 27. He did not get around the 9 of Mike Rominger here, though. And it looks like into turn of 3, in the middle of 3 and 4 out of 4. The 88 still hasn't completed it just yet. The 88 is going to take it across the stripe. Chris Seidenfaden back down into turn number 1. Now Chris is going to make that pass over Mike Rominger now. We've still got these three right here. Back behind them, we got Michael Thwaites, James Bickford, Ryan Goodell. We got another 3 cars pretty much right here together. Like the 25 of James Bickford going to go to the inside of the Prime Time 12 machine. Going to put James up in 9th if he can complete it, and he will. Back behind them, it looked like we had 2 drivers here together. Going to be Kyle Knapp Sr. and Alan Fox. Now there's a little bit of a gap between them two, about a half a second. David Elliott a little bit further back at about 3.1. Behind him, Jim Duda about 3.6. Now, Jim's got some company with our, well, he's in that Dosaki 77, probably one of my favorite paints. I love the Dosaki's machine. And Brian Wasserman back here. He's about half a second behind Jim Duda, right up ahead of him. But I love that neon green from Jim Duda. That is a pretty green color. Ryan Wasserman, 16th, started 18th. Up 2 spots. Chase M. Johnson, he is down a spot, back here in 17th. Paul Henley, he is a lap down. Started 6th in 18th. It looks like he had a pretty good pit stop there. So I'm not sure why he is a lap down. Not seeing anything in the penalty chart, so, And of course, Peter Rusick in the 08, trying to learn, trying to gather some information, but he's got the leader, GT Hawkins, coming up on him pretty quickly. And GT is going to put him another lap down. 4 laps down, but, you know, Peter's just out here trying to learn. That's what he's trying to do, so. I give a big shout out to Peter for coming out here and trying his best. Learning from these fast drivers out here. Well, let's get up here to where some action might be going on. We got Bryce Sedisak Got Chris Seidenfaden right up ahead of him. Looks like we might have a couple of more drivers joining the action here. That's going to be James Bickford and Mike Rominger and Darren Bruce. Darren not too far back as well. And man, that lead from GT Hawkins to Garrett D. Grant now in second. Man, oh man, 6.2 seconds. I want the car of GT Hawkins. If I ever race, I want the car of GT. GT or William Hartman. That's the car I want. I want to know how they know how to race these tracks because, man, oh man. I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. We got David Weishart up here, and you know, David trying to keep his position up here, you know, keep those points up in that 33, coming into tonight, fourth in the point standings, only 1 point behind Garrett D. Grant, of course, his teammate there, running in that second spot right now. So, you know, David just trying to keep himself in the top 12 as much as he can, and of course, being consistent, great finishes. That will definitely do it. You do not have to win, as he is coming up really quickly on the one of Jacob Manning here. That's going to be a battle out of turn number 2. What is David Weishart going to do? Down into turn 3. Oh, it's going to be close. David on the inside, Jacob on the outside. Jacob just got that run. Only a 3-lap difference between Jacob Manning and David Weishart. And that could be the difference. Oh, tires might not be a huge factor, but they are a factor for sure. David going to try it again. Jacob Manning still that mid-high line. He's going to get that run, but man, David also gets that run too. He keeps that front bumper right there with him on that number 1 machine. Oh, Jacob is now going to go high. It looks like he went a little bit too far high. He's going to try to try that crossover. It doesn't look like it. Well, I don't know. Here he goes. Nope, not going to be able to do it. Down into turn number 1. I'd be watching these two. It might heat up a little bit more here between these two for sure. Now back here a little bit further. James Bickford, Mike Rominger. We still got drivers right here together. Bryce Sidisak leading the group. Bryce, Darren, Ryan, Michael Thwaites, Al Knapp Sr. Storm Chaser Roadie, YT, bud, how you doing? Glad to see you out there. All right, well, they are a little bit spread out, so to speak, but we have 5 cars that are pretty much a nose to tail, starting with, that is going to be the 09 of Bryce Sidisak. Bryce, Darren, Ryan, Michael, and Kyle Knapp Sr. I'm going to stay with this group here, kind of see what happens here. Right now, they are just nose to tail. There's not really a whole lot. Side by side, everybody running certain lines. I would definitely keep an eye on this pack here. Ooh, the 12, 44, and 3. 44 of Ryan Goodell, the 12 of Michael Thwaites, the 3 of Kyle Knapp Sr. Oh, we do have a potential pass here. And it's going to be Darren Bruce to the inside of the 09 of Bryce Sinisak. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. No, he is not. 3-lap difference between them two. And about a 1-lap difference between Darren Bruce, Ryan Goodell. About a 1-lap difference back here to Michael Thwaites, Kyle Knapp Sr. He is about a 1-lap difference between him and Michael Thwaites. Alan Fox behind him at about 4.2 seconds. It's about a 3-lap difference on tires as well. So, you know, you can just see how these tires definitely are playing a little bit of a factor with these drivers. We still see Darren Bruce here across the stripe through the tri-oval down into turn 1. Darren is going to take that spot 8th. Bryce in 9th. There's a 4-lap difference between Bryce and Ryan. And there goes the 09 as well, making the pass. Bryce Sinisak getting around the 44. Oh, not much. Just all on a race, man, as I always do. And let's check it out. The 09, man, he is. Oh, the 44, Ryan Goodell. Bryce going to fall back to 10th. Michael Thwaites. See what Michael is able to do. About a 3-lap difference between Bryce Sinisak and Michael Thwaites. I think those tires might be playing a factor with Bryce Sinisak right now. Now, the drivers have been out here anywhere between 30 to 31 laps all the way up to 37 laps. Looks like Alan Fox, a few laps down, he did make a pit stop here, so 2 laps down, back out onto the track. Strategy, maybe. Looking for a caution, maybe. I don't know. David Elliott now, he is going to be coming down pit road. Now, anywhere between the 31 to 38 laps on tires. Man, GT just is on rails tonight. He has led all the laps so far here this evening. 74 laps. We see the 73 of Alan Fox getting around at least 1 lap, getting 1 lap back. Up 17 watching, 6 likes, still shooting for that 15 like mark here tonight, but we are 4 away from 10. And these guys, all right, well, let's get back here. Battle, Chris Seidenfaden, Jacob Manning. That's going to be for that 4th position. Side by side, out of 4 through the tri-oval. Let's see here. It looks like the 88 did have it there at the line. Now down into turn number 1. Jacob, ooh, Chris going to slide up a little bit. Jacob going to go down. They are clear. Man, oh man. Let's check out the tire difference between these two. Looks like at about 2 lap difference between David Weishart, Jacob Manning, as we see Chris Seidenfaden going to get around him as well. About a 1 lap difference between Chris and Jacob Manning. Got more coming down pit road here. Bryce Sidisak, Kyle Knapp Sr., like Darren Bruce, going to be off and away. And we got more. Chris Seidenfaden down pit road. James Bickford down pit road. And Jim Duda, well, I thought he was coming down. He slowed down, but he is not coming down. Like Bryce and Kyle Knapp going to be off and away. Another round of green flag pit stops here. And here comes Mike Rominger down pit road. Michael Thwaite. Like Jim Duda is now coming down pit road as we speak. And Jacob Manning now electing to come down. You got another one. That's Ryan Goodell. Mike Rominger off and away. And GT gonna going here. Garrett D. Grant looks like out of turn number 4. He is going to go ahead and stay out some more. David Weishart as well. We've only got, Paul Henley. We've only got 4 drivers that have yet to come down. Paul being the last one. Our top 3, GT, Garrett D. Grant, David Weishart, and of course, Paul Henley now up into that 4th position. Now, when are we going to see these top 4 come down pit road? That's going to be another T, 83 laps. We have completed green flag here tonight. Hope we can continue this run here, man. Awesome, awesome racing. Of course, we are over the halfway mark. Again, a big shout out here to Scott Rambler, Jake Bustos, adminning the race here tonight. Rick Bell over at RD Custom Rigs. Man, you in the market for a new computer, a fully built computer, or upgrades, check him out. Facebook.com/RB Custom Rigs. And of course, a big shout out to Rick Donovan for putting on a great league here over at Extreme Motorsports. And of course, all the fans out there tuning in each and every week. We do appreciate it. Thank you all. And make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, the notification bell, and share it on social media, whatever the case may be. GT, our leader, now down pit road, as well as David Weishart and Garrett D. Grant. So, I guess he's seen something he didn't like with the way they were pitting. GT coming down pit road. Garrett D. Grant is going to be off and away here tonight, as well as David Weishart. GT got a long stretch down to the end of pit road. He's in his pit stall here, and I imagine 4 tires for everybody. Yes, they are 4 going on. GT is still in the lead, but let's see here what happens. Garrett D. Grant right behind him. Can he get around the track before GT comes out, and can he get around him? Oh man, GT is off and away onto the back stretch. He is past the cone and back out. So GT back up front. Garrett D. Grant in 2nd. Chris Seidenfaden in 3rd. James Bickford in 4th. Darren Bruce 5th. David Weishart 6th. Mike Rominger 7th. Alan Fox in 8th, Bryce Sidisak 9th, and Jacob Manning going to round out the top 10 after that cycle of green flag pit stops. Boy, I got to say, GT, he is going for the guns here tonight. He is wanting to lead all the laps here this evening. Now, he is going to come away with the most laps led regardless. Of course, 75 laps, our halfway mark. I gotta say, green flag. Oh, Garrett D. Grant. Now there's about a lap difference between a GT and Garrett. Now Garrett is still 7.6, 7.7 seconds back. And we got to battle Mike Robbinger in the 27 of Darren Bruce. That is going to be for 6th. Got another battle right behind them, but it looks like they managed to get it out of the way. Now Mike is going to make that pass. Mike Rominger up 3 positions from 2 weeks ago. He is just wanting to have a good finish. Here we go. We got a battle here. Well, not much of a battle. James Bigford going to fall back a spot to David Weishart. David going to take 4th. He is gunning for his teammate, Chris Seidenfaden. Now, speaking of Chris Seidenfaden here, as we go back to 2 weeks ago at Atlanta, Chris Seidenfaden won that race. So Chris has got some momentum coming into tonight. Can he do something to get up to Garrett D. Grant and GT Hawkins? GT being the monster here tonight. You see the battle here again between the 33 and the 88. Can Chris go back to back? Does he have something for GT Hawkins? David Weishart is going to go into 3rd. And now taking a look here at the penalty chart here. Not seeing anything that requires attention to. So we are good to go there. Well, since we have not done a crank it up here tonight, now I do have a crank it up cam, but everybody is just pretty much so spread out. I don't feel comfortable doing it. Now, how about we do a cockpit crank it up here tonight? We'll start here with, well, how about we pick on the 25 of James Bigford here tonight? Let's crank it up cockpit style here tonight. Switching it up here. Let's get back here to Jacob Manning. another driver, Jim Duda. Alright, so the last and final driver for cockpit, crank it up. Garrett D. Grant. Alrighty, folks. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the cockpit crank it up cam there. I know everybody kind of spread out here. Now, it looks like we might have a battle here. It looks like now James Bickford falling back a little bit to Chris Seidenfaden. I thought there was a battle going to be going on there, but we'll continue to watch this between James Bickford, Chris Seidenfaden, and, of course, Mike Rominger at about a half a second back. But right now, I gotta say, GT Hawkins, 103 laps he has led here tonight, just on a rails. He has led all the laps so far here this evening. Now, we have lost 2 drivers in David Elliott and Brian Wasserman. Not entirely sure what happened there. I don't see anything in the penalty chart, so I don't know exactly what happened, if something happened between them two. Oh, it looks like Paul Henley has also taken his car behind the wall here tonight. So we've got 16 drivers left on the racetrack. We do have Alan Fox, a potential another driver to go a lap down. He is technically on the lead lap. Now, the leader of GT is right behind him. We're coming up on him. Jim Duda and Chase N. Johnson are the drivers that are 1 lap down. And Peter Rusick, man, I give him credit. He's out here running his race, trying to learn from these drivers. Hey, he's picked up 2 positions. So, hey, not a bad run for Peter Rusick out here. And it looks like here in the next 2 laps or so, he's going to be able to pick up another one from Paul Henley. So, man, what a run by Peter Rusick there. Let's get up here. Jacob Manning. As I said, we got that battle going on. Looks like Bryce Sidisak going to make the pass. Here comes as well the leave. That's the 12. Yes, it is, of Michael Thwaites to the inside of the 1 of Jacob Manning. That is going to be for that 9th spot. Oh, man. And Michael Thwaites got around, made the pass up to that 9th position. Jacob back to 10th. Not where Jacob wants to be. Now we are on lap 108. We are going to hit the 109 mark here this evening. So that's going to be 24 laps here for a GT Hawkins. Now we kind of do the math here tonight. And GT has been out here, yeah, like I said. Get back to it now. 20. It's going to be 25 laps. Ooh, can GT make it to the end? GT, Garrett D. Grant, David Weishart. I don't think Chris Seidenfaden can. Or Mike Robbinger, James Bickford. They may have to pit one more time. James is coming down pit road. So they are going to have to pit at least one more time. Alan Fox also on pit road. So they are going to have to come down at least one more time. Tyler Hallman, I don't know if you're still in there, but they're going to have to pit at least once. One more, at least. Storm Chaser, Rody, YT, you know, throw your take. Alan Hilton, Brian, Brandon, you know, what do you think? Are they going to have to at least pit once to make it to the end, or can they make it? If they pitted at 100 or after the fact, then I don't think they will. Now, tires, of course, is going to be the issue, but they can probably make it on fuel. So how far do you stretch it? Sixteen drivers on the track. 11, 10 now on the lead lap. Jacob Manning is on pit road. He just went a lap down, as well as Chase-In Johnson. He's 2 laps down. He's on pit road. So Jacob, I believe, going to be making his final pit stop here. Well, you know the song, How Low Can You Go? Well, this is the case, how far can you go? Mike Rominger put a little bit of pressure here on the 88 of Seidenfaden. That's going to be for 4th. Oh, Ryan Goodell down. Jim Duda down pit road. Like Mike Rominger going to be coming down pit road here as well. Final stop for them. To have the 0-3. That's going to be Chase-In Johnson. He's going to get at least one of his laps back. It's going to put him 2 laps down. And here we go. Garrett D. Grant, David Weishart, Chris Seidenfaden down pit road. We got teammates all down pit road together. And it looks like Michael Thwaites, Mike Rominger, they are coming. No, Mike is coming out of pit road, not down. He is going to be done for the evening. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Oh, buddy. See the 9 gonna scream past the 14. Ooh. Well, not necessarily. GT. Keeping them at bay. See what the 9. Now that is, the 9 is Mike Rominger, and then there he goes. He's going to screen past him on the outside. He did complete it that time. And here we go. Bryce Sidisak, Kyle Knapp Sr. down pit road. Wow. I think it's going to come down to some tires here. And here comes Darren Bruce in the 27. He's going to come down pit road. So that leaves, you take a look here, that leaves a GT Hawkins out here all by himself, yet to pit. I don't think you stretch it. He's been out here 35 laps. He cannot make it to the end. He is going to have to come down pit road. When is he? Well, that answers my question. He's going to come down now, as everybody is a lap down at this present time. He is coming down pit road as we speak. Garrett D. Grant is going to officially get his lap back. David Weishart going to get his lap back. James Bickford going to get his lap back if he can get around, which he will. Chris Seidenfaden, Mike Rominger, Jacob Manning, Ryan Goodell, and here we go. Alan Fox going to get the lap back. Bryce Sidisak, Darren Bruce, and GT is going to be off and away. Now he's got to get back out onto the track, but what a gap he had. Everybody was a lap down, and what a time, because a GT is back out onto the track. He's led 120 laps. He's led all the laps here tonight, but Garrett D. Grant, he is right there. He is only 1.8 seconds back. GT, though, fresher tires. Little bit of a gap between them at about 5 lap difference. Well, unfortunately, if I was betting anything, I would have my money on GT right now with those fresher tires. However, I'm going to say this. I know some of these drivers out here tonight, they can save tires. And if they can save enough tires at the right time, I think they could get up to GT Hawkins. I really do. But right now, GT he's gaining a little bit more ground over Garrett D. Grant, but I would not count out Garrett D. Grant, David Weishart, James Bickford, Chris Seidenfaden just rounding out the top 5 here. I would not count any of them out here this evening. I really wouldn't, because if GT makes one mistake, it's over for GT Hawkins. I'm just saying that, folks. I'm going to keep it real here tonight. Well, GT, 2.8 seconds. All right, well, so he's gaining a little bit more ground over Garrett D. Grant. David Weishart, 2.6 back from his teammate, Garrett D. Grant. James Bickford's 8.1 now behind David Weishart. Chris Seidenfaden 1.2 seconds back behind James Bickford. 1.1. All right, let's stay here with Chris Seidenfaden because kind of eating up some time here with James Bickford. About 6 lap difference between Chris and Jay. I think Chris might be able to get around James Bickford here for that 4th position. I really do. I mean, if Chris can save enough, which I don't think the 88 is, but if he can, well, yeah, he is definitely. I mean, you look at that. Now, 0.5 of a second, we see the 25 right there. Yeah, he is right there all over that 4th place here of James Bickford. Man, if I was James and knowing Chris has fresher tires, I'd just let him go around. That's just me. But I know James probably won't do that on the back stretch here down into turn number 3. And it looks like side by side. And yeah, it looks like James on that mid line. Now, James could be holding back here, too. He could be saving a little bit. But Chris is going to take that 4 spot. And if Tyler's still out there, then I'm sure Tyler's happy. But Tyler, or Chris, sorry. Chris, they're in 4th. So 2nd, 3rd, and 4th right now is Samson Motorsports. Man, what a run. Now, Garrett D. Grant, 4.4 seconds behind GT. It looks like we got a battle back here between Jacob Manning. Now, it looks like Jacob Manning is the one going to fall back a spot to Darren Bruce as DB gets around him. So the 27 making the pass over the 1. We've got 12 drivers on the lead lap. Alan Fox, old Foxy as I like to call him, in the 73. Well, he is kind of under the gun here to go a lap down from our leader, G.T. Hawkins. We see the 12 of Michael Thwaites right behind our leader. That is not for position. Michael Thwaites is unfortunately 2 laps down. Started 13th, currently running in that 15th spot, but 2 laps down. Not the race Michael Thwaites wanted here. So let's get up here. Alan Fox, it looks like he is just going to probably let GT go around him through the tri-oval. GT going to squeeze up right up in front of him. Knew he was clear. So GT Hawkins, man, 20 to go here tonight. Wow, what a race here, folks. What a race. Right now, green flag to checkered is what we're gunning for. And knock on wood, let's hope we get it. Because these guys, man, they are willing and dealing here tonight. Well, the 27, Darren Bruce, to the inside of the 44 of Ryan Goodell. That's going to be for that 8th spot. And Darren, take it. And it looks like he will, making the pass over the 44 over Ryan. Now, yeah, I know these guys, they've been kind of spread out, but these passing that they've been doing, now Alan Fox, of course, did go a lap down, so the next driver will be Kyle Knapp Sr. Well, no, it's going to be now Jacob Manning as Kyle Knapp Sr. gets around him. Man, what a run by Kyle Knapp Sr. Trying to get up there to where he started in 9th. Like I was saying before, you know, these guys, green flag, strategy call, getting spread out. But, man, it's so hard to pass here at times. But if you have those fresher tires, like we're seeing tonight, these tires, they are playing the biggest factor at this present time. So if you've got those fresher tires, you can make the pass either on the inside or the outside. And man, amazing race here at Kentucky for sure. Now they are spread out for sure. From first, 7.4 seconds now, GT to Garrett D. Grant. From second to third, 3.4. Third to fourth, 9.7. From fourth to fifth, 2.5. That's just rounding out the top 5. However, now right behind James Bickford is going to be Mike Rominger. He is currently running in that 6th spot. He is gunning for that top 5 here. Let's see if Mike can get up to James Bickford and squeeze that top 5 in. But hey, a 6th place finish after starting 8th. Hey, I would take that by any means necessary. Still a good finish here regardless. If Mike can keep it there in that 6th spot, still a good points night for Mike Rominger, up 3 spots from 2 weeks ago. And of course, everybody else ahead of him, you know, depending on where they finish. But man, Mike, he is right there with James Bickford. Let's watch this one here, folks. Side by side, not as of yet, but 14 to go. It might get a little extreme here between a couple of drivers. And I'm saying a couple, these two, the 25 and the 9. Boy, Mike wants it. He wants that top 5. And he wants it bad. Take a look here at the tire difference between James Bickford and Mike Rominger. Now we'll wait till they cross the stripe so it'll update here. James Bickford, or Mike Rominger, 23 laps. James Bickford, 28 laps. So at about a 5-lap difference, and oh, they got close. Wow, they almost made contact. At number 9, letting that 25 know, hey, I'm right here. But there goes that number 9 machine. He's going to make the pass for that top 5 here tonight. I'm not worried about really the top 4 because they're kind of gone. We got Darren Bruce right here. He is skirting with that 09 of Bryce Sinasak. That is back here for 7th. Now, when you're almost dang near 10 seconds ahead, I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about you. 11 to go. Bryce Sinasak, Darren Bruce. Let's take a look here at the lap difference tire-wise. Well, guess what? That's only 1 lap. Bryce Sinasak, Darren Bruce. So pretty much right there together. Question is, who saved the most? Was it the 09 of Bryce Sinasak? Was it the 27 of Darren Bruce? You don't know. I guess we'll have to watch this battle here to see what Darren tries to do, what Bryce tries to do. However, we are at that 10 to go here tonight. 10 laps remaining for the RB Custom Rigs Xfinity Series for Extreme Motorsports on 99.com. Round 7 here at Kentucky, presented by MaxspeedTV. Wild racing, even though there's only a couple of passing going on at a time or two, still awesome job by these guys. Man. A big shout out to Scott Rambler and Jake Bustos again down there in the admin tower. Doesn't look like they had a whole lot to deal with here tonight, so I'm sure they're happy about that. I don't know if Scott or Jake is in a chat here tonight, but I'm sure they're happy. 8 to go here. Now GT, 9.6 seconds ahead. Now he's coming up on Ryan Goodell here. That is our driver in 9th place here. He is looking to go a lap down. So if he goes a lap down, there will only be 8 drivers on the lead lap. Now, I'm going to watch GT here, too. I don't know if he's going to take the chance. I mean, he's got a 9.8 second lead over Garrett D. Grant. I think right now, if GT was to make a little bit of a mistake, maybe smack the wall a little bit or whatever, I don't think it'll hurt him too much. But I think GT is just wanting to dive it down here, man. He has led all the laps here tonight. He is going to come across the stripe and take that 6 to go here this evening. What a run by GT Hawkins. And he is coming upon that 44 right now. Let's see what Ryan does. Is he going to let GT get around him? No, he's not going to let him. But I think GT might take it. Now we're through the tri-oval here, across the stripe, down into turn number 1. The 44 on the outside. Tire difference. And they're still side by side. GT to the inside. We got a battle of a car potentially going a lap down. And our leader is going to complete that pass. So the 44 is a lap down, and no, the 44 is like, hey, I want this back here. I do not want to be a lap down here tonight, folks. He is going back to the inside of the 44, and he is going to take that back. But the 14, he's on the outside. He's like, hey, now, I'm the leader. Give me this spot. And the 14 on the outside is going to take that spot that time. And now it looks like the 14 of GT Hawkins is going to start to pull away a little bit from that 44 of Ryan Goodell. So that's going to leave Darren Bruce, our last car here in that 8th spot on the lead lap. Now, I would, I mean, our leader's pretty much right there behind him. All right, Fly, leave me alone. GT Hawkins, yeah, I got a fly bugging me, sorry. GT Hawkins is pretty much right there. He's still got to catch up to him, but, I mean, golly, 9 drivers. Well, let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 drivers, 1 lap down. 2 drivers, 2 laps down, and 1 driver, 9 laps down. But hey, I'm gonna give another shout out here to that 08 of Peter Rusick, because man, he's been out here. He knows he's 9 laps down, and he is still out here racing. Now this is gonna put him 10 laps down as our leader gets around him. But hey, he is still out here. He is racing it up. And we got 1 to go here tonight, folks. 1 lap to go. What a race. GT Hawkins down into turn number 3. Middle of 3 and 4. The 2-weight break didn't affect him. He's gonna win the race here tonight and lead all the laps here this evening. What a race by GT. Man, 150 laps, and that man, GT Hawkins, led every single lap. Good strategy by that number 14. Garrett D. Grant gonna finish in 2nd. David Weishart in 3rd. Chris Seidenfaden 4th. Mike Rominger gonna round out the top 5. Of course, we got the top 3 coming up here for the Max Speed TV post-race show. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, we have caught up with our top 3 here tonight. We're going to start here with our 3rd place finisher here tonight, Mr. David Weishart. Now, David, you know, we're going to make it short, sweet here tonight because it really came down to pit road strategy. It went green to checkered here tonight. No cautions. So we have got to talk about everything. Pit road strategy, you know, calls by the team, everything, man. I'm going to turn the mic over to you.
Oh man, there wasn't that much strategy going on tonight. I mean, with the way these tires are, you have to run every fuel run out until you can't go no more, because it's a very, very short-term gain to pit early, and it's a long-term terrible loss. So that was pretty much our strategy. We just pitted basically when GT pitted, or as far as we could go. And didn't see GT much all race. You know, I gave him a little pressure there early and just burnt my stuff off. I haven't turned my first laps in this session tonight were my first laps I've turned in this car in a month. So I burned my stuff off on that first run, not really knowing how to run it, and it was pretty much toast. Rest of the night, just kind of everybody got so spread out. We're just stuck running where we're running. So other than that, just smooth night. Got a qualifying point. Didn't get any X's. So as a team, you know, you can't really ask for much more than 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think for no incidents, I think it's 2. So you know, still good points tonight coming to you, man. And yeah, definitely 2nd, 3rd, and 4th for the team. But you know, what was your mindset knowing that, you know, early on, you know, we could have had an early caution, but it didn't happen, and it continued to stay green. So really at the time, what was your mindset? You know, we're going to stay green here tonight, or hope for the best, expect for the worst?
The car was really, really loose for the first 2 or 3 laps. It was like on the verge of wrecking loose. And I thought if we were going to get a yellow, it was going to be early. It was going to be like within the first 2 or 3 laps of the race.
Yeah.
And then by the time we got to our first green flag pit stop, we were also spread out just because these smaller fields, just you get spread out and nobody's really racing anybody. And once we hit our first green flag pit stop, you just kind of had this feeling it was going to go green. So, you know, that's kind of my thoughts on that. Really, just we don't have a lot of cautions.
Oh,
you
no.
know, in the top 2 series anyway.
Oh,
and,
no.
You get a small field spread out at a track like this.
It's usually green. Yeah, it is usually green. But okay, so we're going to end at round 7. We go to round 8. We go to probably one of the biggest tracks aside from the super speedways, Indianapolis, for round 8. How do you feel about Indy?
Oh, I love Indy. My favorite track on the sim is Pocono, and it's that's, you know, most comparable track to it. So I love Indy. I always run well there. I didn't have any practice coming into this week, and I'm sure I'll get plenty of practice going into next week. So I'm really looking forward to it.
All right, David. Well, awesome job out here tonight. 3rd place here for round number 7. Final thought out, Shane. Thanks you want to give before you go celebrate, bud?
I just want to thank RB Custom Rigs for sponsoring the series, and Rick Donathan for doing all he does, and all the admins. I got to thank my teammates at Samson Motorsports and Russ Anderson at Northern Capital for sponsoring the team. And thank y'all for broadcasting.
All righty, David. We'll see you next week. We're going to see you tomorrow night, right? Or no?
Yeah. I'll be here tomorrow.
All right. Well, we'll definitely see you tomorrow night, bud.
All right. See you then, man.
See ya. All right, well, that is going to bring us here to our 2nd place finisher here tonight. Another Northern Capital Samson Motorsports, man. I got to say, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th for Samson. First and foremost, not bad at all. Good points night for Samson Motorsports. But right now, it's all about you, man. 20 in that number 24 machine and green flag to checkered, bud. Talk about the strategy you guys had, if any, and because it really came down to pit road, man.
Yeah, kind of did. GT just had so much speed. I don't know. I was talking to him down in the lobby there, and he was saving his tires way better than we were. I don't know how he was keeping up that pace and
I don't know,
saving
but
that
I
much
want his
tire.
car.
Yeah, but I'm just glad to come out of here with second place. Really, I mean, just it went green flag. Everybody got spread out, and we were kind of just where we were out in no man's land. But yeah, just glad to come out here with the second place finish because I didn't practice any up until tonight. So I kind of came in here cold turkey, and so did David and Chris. So yeah, just happy to have a good night for myself and the team.
So with no practice, and you guys finished second, third, and fourth, and you had some battles there with David and Chris throughout the race. Talk about battling your own teammates. You're not only going for a win as an individual, but you're also out there trying to also help your teammates. So what was it like down there, battling your own dang teammates?
It can get interesting at times, but I think we all have kind of a mutual agreement there. If we're going for the win, it's a little different coming down to 5-lap scope when we're racing each other like that. I mean, we might race each other a little bit, but I think we all know kind of not to cross that line. We race with each other all the time in practice, so we kind of know how each other drives and how we can push each other and how we can't. And if somebody's coming up on fresh tires, we'll just let them go. There's no sense in holding them up. So we kind of have a gentleman's agreement there, and just kind of try to help each other out as much as we can. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty and you're going for a win, we'll let it hang out. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, awesome job, for Samson Motorsports here tonight. Second, third, and fourth, like I said, but second place, not bad. A good points night for you for sure. Garrett D. Grant coming in two tonight, third in the points. Definitely going to, kind of, I don't know if you might surpass Ryan Goodell. He finished in ninth. You are only 10 points behind him in the point standings. But we go to Indianapolis for round 8. How do you feel about Indy?
My past finishes aren't very good there. I struggle to find speed there and keep a rhythm there because it's definitely a different track, flat, and the way the corners are set up, it's like almost like 4 completely different corners, and I haven't had good luck there, but hopefully I can get some practice in and have some speed there.
All righty, buddy. Well, man, awesome job out here tonight. The Northern Capital 24 for Samson Motorsports. Any final thoughts, shout out, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate, bud?
Shout out to Russ Anderson, Northern Capital, for sponsoring the car. Wish one of us could have won it, but 2, 3, 4 for the team's awesome. And I think we all got the qualifying point, and we all got a 0x, so that's some good bonus points there. Thanks to you for broadcasting, and Rick for putting all this on for us.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We're going to see you tomorrow night.
Yes, sir, you will.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow night for the Rick Motec Cup Series, bud.
All right, man. Thank you, sir.
Yep. All right, well, that is going to bring us to our winner here tonight. He doesn't need an interview, so let's go ahead and get here to... I'm sorry. GT Hawkins, bud, man, I have got to say... You did not back down here tonight, man. You started on pole, and just the strategy call out there. You led all 150 laps here tonight. And I don't know how you did it, but I want your car. So let's talk about that. Go ahead, bud.
Yeah, I mean, I think in general, we had the speed to just kind of react when everybody else was pitting. So I didn't have to pass anybody at any point for position, really. So, I mean, it's pretty much as simple as that. I mean, we knew our fuel numbers and we knew our roundabout windows, but aside from that, I mean, it was mostly just reactionary. The first run, I went as far as I could, and then everybody pit with me or earlier, and then I pit after everyone that I was competing with from there. So that's really what did it. It was a fun setup. I love the track. I enjoyed the setup tonight. I thought it was great. It's good. It was good redemption after we ran at Atlanta last time we were here. So feels good to be back in victory lane.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now at one point tonight, that was the final pit stop. Of course, everybody was a lap down other than you. You timed it right. Was that your plan all along?
No, I mean, I knew I had to pit again, so it was mostly just trying to go a few laps longer than Garrett and David.
Well, everybody was a lap down, so I guess you timed it perfectly, man. Awesome job. But, talk about it, because it really came down, to pit road here tonight. You had the strategy. I think tires was the biggest factor for some drivers. Was that a factor for you?
I mean, it built a little tighter as we went, but I mean, I felt free in 1 and 2 the whole race, really, pretty much, except for the last maybe like 5-10 laps of a run. It's still hooked in 1 and 2 in the center, and 3 and 4 most of the time I could get it to still hook even later in the run. So aside from a little bit of fall off, it wasn't crazy. It wasn't an intense amount of fall off. So I think maybe about 1.5 seconds or so. So yeah, I mean, obviously you want to manage your stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I got really nervous the first run because David was way quicker than me, especially in 1 and 2. And I'm like, I don't know how to drive it in any harder. If you went 5 miles an hour too fast, it was like the front end just turned into skis.
Oh,
I mean, it just stopped gripping in the center. So you had to be really careful on entry. And then 3 and 4 was just trying to get to a point where you could get back on it. And it's really wide exit out of 4. So you want to kind of blend it up. But yeah, it was just hitting my marks. Had good strategy tonight from the team. And yeah, you need all that to win races here in this league.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, you're back into victory lane. This is going to be your 4th win. And, of course, got the pole here tonight, too. So, awesome job with that. But, round 7 is over with. We go to round 8, Indianapolis. I mean, it is a big track. You got the short chutes. How do you feel about Indy? Long front and back stretch, man. The draft is, I think, going to be a big factor there.
Yeah, I mean, it's more so in the cup cars for sure. I mean, a little bit in Xfinity. It's more about just when you're behind somebody and it gets tight. Yeah, it's all about getting off 2 and 4 really well and keeping up your speed. I think I won Indy last season in Xfinity. So I love the track. I think it's great.
Can't go back and take a look, but yeah, I think you did. So
pretty sure it was me and old Willie Nelson battling for the win. He kept me honest. I remember that.
Yeah, I think so. I'll do some research on that before next week for sure. But man, awesome job out here tonight, man. Coming back after the 2-week break. Man, any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate, bud?
Yeah, I got to thank my teammates, GT Motorsports. Brendan did an awesome job being crew chief tonight. Called a perfect race for me. Kyle for stepping in and helping us again, doing the heavy lifting on the team again, so appreciate him. Butt kicker, D-Dub button boxes. All of our admins here. Jake did an awesome job tonight. MaxspeedTV. All my friends, family watching. Thank you.
Did you say Jake or Scott?
Well, Jake was there when I started tonight, so.
Okay, well,
Scott, of course, always. He's a great admin. But yeah, Jake Bustos.
Yeah, Jake Bustos. Scott was up there too. So, so awesome job by everybody, man. GT, man, I gotta say, I think this is the most laps I have ever seen for somebody leading every single lap, 150, in the time I've been broadcasting. So I gotta say, awesome job, bud. That
Thanks,
was
man.
amazing.
Yeah, it usually doesn't work out that way. Just got lucky with the pit strategy.
Yes, you did, man. GT, we gonna see you tomorrow night, bud.
I'll be here.
All right, Rick Motec Cup Series tomorrow night. GT, go celebrate the win here tonight.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night.
All right, man. GT Hawkins, 150 laps, and he led them all, and he, of course, is going to come away with the win. But let's get down here to the unofficial results, pending the admin stuff they have to do here tonight. GT grabbing the win here this evening. Garrett D. Grant in second, David Weishart third, Chris Seidenfaden fourth, Mike Rominger in fifth, James Bickford sixth, Bryce Sinisak in seventh, Darren Bruce in eighth, Ryan Goodell ninth, Kyle Knapp Sr. going to round out the top 10. Jacob Manning in 11th, Alan Fox in 12th, Jim Duda 13th, Chasen Johnson in 14th, Michael Thwaites 15th, Peter Rusick. He stayed out there. He's going to finish in 16th here tonight. A big shout out again to Peter Rusick. Paul Henley, 17th. Brian Wasserman in 18th here. And David Elliott going to round it out here tonight in 19th. But our winner here tonight is going to be GT Hawkins. Of course, tomorrow night, right here on MaxspeedTV, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. Well, we're going to unload the cup cars here at Kentucky. You don't want to miss it here, folks. I think it's going to be another amazing race, and I think it's going to be even a little closer than what we've seen tonight. So please stay tuned for that. Thank you all for tuning in. Until tomorrow night, stay safe and have a good night.